let's see who's next for this new moon in Aquarius. Virgo, you are up next. All right, Virgo. So first off, I do want to say blessed Imbolc and happy Lunar New Year to everyone out there, all of my Virgos. It is a beautiful, beautiful time of year. The new moon in Aquarius will happen at either January 31st or February 1st, depending upon where your time zone and location is. And we are here, Virgo, to look at what's going to happen and what energies is in the head space for you, heart space, as well as in the physical realm. So, Spirit, what do we have for Virgos in the head space? And we had a jump, almost there. Almost got it, Virgo. In the heart space, there we go. And in the physical, let's see what we have. That one jumped, so we're taking it. All right, Virgo, so to start off with, in the headspace, we have the Four of Swords, heart space, Seven of Swords with the Two of Cups, and in the physical realm, the Fool. So that is a new journey. Exciting to see where you're going, Virgo. Let's start out with the headspace. So Four of Swords. So this card is fours. I always signify fours with foundational energy, right? There's four corners to a house, four cardinal directions, etc., etc. So it's a very solidified and solid number. When we talk about swords, and I love that it showed up in the headspace for you, Virgo, because swords are that communication, the air energy in the tarot. And this, to me, the Four of Swords is really, even looking at him here, it's almost like what types of messages and intuitive hits are you getting in either the dream realm or the imaginatory realm, right? What types of things is coming through? What types of clarity are you receiving? And are you listening to that message, Virgo? There's a lot here that, that could be one area. The other thing with the Four of Swords is really this energy of break. Like, I just need a breakthrough. I'm frustrated. I'm tired. I need to understand more. I'm not quite there and I want to be there. It's like that sort of energy with this Four of Swords in the headspace. And again, we've got two very different energy signatures. So it just depends upon what is resonating with you. If you have been in a place where Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde, all of this energy in Capricorn, which, quite frankly, Virgo, with Capricorn, this is a really good time for earth energy. So hopefully that's bringing in some good things, but it could be bringing in good things. And then all of a sudden in your head, you're like, well, what the hell do I do with this? What do I do with this? Why is this here? Why did Uranus and Taurus all of a sudden bring this to my doorstep or change this for me? I was going good with my plan. I had my plan. I had my bullet list. I had my check boxes. It was all laid out. How the hell did we get here? And why is this here? Why did this change? Instead of focusing on maybe what is not happening to your plan, to your structure, instead of over analyzing that aspect of it, try to reinvent and try to reestablish that conversation within yourself that talks about, okay, well, what can I do with this? This changed, wasn't expecting it, but what can I do with it? What can I make out of this? What is this trying to teach me, show me, provide for me? And see what comes. And again, maybe it is a little mixture of the two. Maybe there are some things that you're really like about, and then you get the answer within your dream state. You get the answer within an imaginatory state. Or you could just literally be like, I am up every night because all I get is downloads all the time right now. And trust, I completely understand that. So let's see if no clarifiers were coming out as I was talking. So let's just see if there's anything that wants to show. Two of Wands. So this is, again, it's this magic ball. Definitely connection into the unseen, right? The intuition, the dream state, the imaginatory state, that space of creativity, that space of just kind of letting yourself go, whether that's like, you could do that through dancing, you can get that kind of endorphin release through working out, through taking a run, through swimming in the ocean, through deep meditation, through a yoga practice, whatever that is, intuitive writing, whatever that is. There's a portal that is opening, right? There's this gateway that is coming forward. There's a process that you're going through. There's something that you're going to achieve. And to get there, there's going to be not a lot of answers right now. There's a lot of trust that is still occurring. And again, when we look at the heart space, the Seven of Swords and the Two of Cups, there's a lot of trust happening. There's a lot of allowing the universe to take you through the process, because it is bringing you something. It's that notion of when you manifest things, you say this or something bigger, better, more aligned with my destiny, whatever your practice is to kind of state before you're just like, this is the only thing I want. And the reason why that's so important is because the universe knows a bigger, broader picture. It's like this is your plan and this is God's plan. So do you want your plan, or do you want to work with the universe and get God's plan, right? Like, do you want a 2-bedroom house, or do you want a mansion? Do you want a Toyota, or would you rather have a Lexus, right? Like, it's that sort of conceptualness that might be being asked of you right now, is just to get out of that space of, fixed, grounded energy, which we have right now in the charts. And if you have that in your natal placements, and get into that mutable energy, get into the energy of flow, of allowing, etc. So let's take a look here with the Seven of Swords and Two of Cups in the heart space. Oh, I love Two of Cups. This one is so interesting because it's got this great fish in the middle. The moon is just illuminated, and it's, they kind of don't look human a little bit. I'm like, the imagery on this card is really hitting me right now for you, Virgo. The Two of Cups obviously does signify this union, this beautiful heart space of opening, of synchronicity, of deep love, of deep connection, communion. And with the Seven of Swords, it's either maybe one or the other, or I actually kind of feel it as, don't allow your heart to be guarded in order to allow this union to come in. There is a Six of Pentacles at the bottom, so we'll talk about that here in just a second, but to clarify this. But there is this kind of sense of, you don't have to hold everything on your own, Virgo. You don't have to build all of your walls yourself. You don't have to hoard. I'm getting a hoarding type energy right now. You don't have to hoard all of your riches in order to thrive in life. It's okay to let other people in. It's okay to have deep, rewarding partnerships and relationships. It's okay to trust others with discernment, obviously, but don't allow the mistakes that you have made in the past. Maybe that is some of this energy right here. Don't allow the mistakes that you've made in the past hold you back from balancing with really rewarding partnerships, really emotionally fulfilling relationships, connections, and just, you know, put the swords down. You don't need them. You know, I'm not saying that these two on the ground may be worth keeping. The two on the ground may be worth keeping, right? You don't want to just like crumble all that away and go, I'm a free-for-all. You still have to take what you've learned, but don't allow your past to dictate where your future goes. Back to the Fool. There is balance here for you. There's a way to, you know, build trust with others, build trust with connections and unions in order to deepen those relationships. Because the Two of Cups, you know, look at these two again. These two are just staring into each other's eyes. There's a heavy level of intimacy within this card and wanting to have that deep intimacy. Well, to do that, there is vulnerability. There is a loosening of these swords. There is a truthfulness and a capacity to understand where you are out of balance and be willing enough to share that, be willing enough to work on that. And that's how deep intimacy is created. And for February, there is a big part of February that talks about radical honesty. And that is our kind of one of the terms for the year of 2022, with the Lovers being the card of the year in the Tarot, is this notion of radical honesty. And I highly encourage, there's a lot of really great articles, websites, and videos on radical honesty. That could be something, if that's resonating with you in any way, to go and look up. Because you have this great new adventure, Virgo. I want to know what this new adventure is. Put in the comments what new adventure you're going on. This is exciting energy. The Fool, to me, always excites me because it's a little bit of everything. It's those butterflies that you get, and maybe this is just me, but I love roller coasters. And I, no matter what, always like to sit in the front, and there's this level of butterflies that still occur within me, even though I love roller coasters and I'm willingly and very excited to get on this ride. But before the ride starts, I really want to pee in my pants and maybe puke a little bit. And that's kind of part of the joy of it. That's kind of part of, maybe I'm weird and that's fine. But that's kind of the part of it, the joy of it for me in that. And that's that energy I get with the Fool card, right? There's this exciting new adventure coming into play, this exciting new idea, this new birthing of something that you're in the midst of, Virgo. And it probably is making you a little nauseous. That's great. It may be really scary, and that just goes back to that notion of, you know, if your goals don't scare you, they're not big enough. And that is, you want to stay in that realm where, you know, everything that you're doing is pushing you to just become the best version of yourself possible. And it is clarified by the Three of Swords and the Magician. This did come out reversed, and it asked me to keep it reversed. So with the Fool energy and knowing that there's kind of this, there's this potential situation in the heart where you're looking at these deep connections and not letting yourself hold on to your past, that's kind of even more clarified here in that physical realm. All of these heart lessons, or as I like to say with the Three of Swords, heart one lessons, it's that energy that it's okay now, right? Like, this is the tough one. This is up, right side up is that tough, okay, we're going through a lesson here. This one is that lesson has passed. You can trust, you can be vulnerable, you can be open, you can take these lessons, these three swords that you've learned from the past, and allow it to strengthen you, but in an incredibly magical way, in an incredibly deep and profound way that allows you to elevate yourself to the next level. Not keep you in a lack mindset, not keep you in a mindset of, well, obviously this fool don't want me no more. Obviously this business prospect didn't work out for me, so it's never going to work out for me. That is not this energy signature in any way, shape, or form, Virgo. This energy signature is about cultivating your new experience and cultivating this new energy magically, creating, putting all of the things that you want into your magic cauldron, whipping up this amazing new you, this amazing new adventure for yourself. And that's what's available for you during this new moon and probably into this next cycle. This seems kind of like a bigger story, some connection with the month of February as well. So you could have some really great space in order to cultivate these energies and to cultivate this for yourself. Thank you so much, Virgo, for joining me for this new moon. I will see you in the middle of February. We're going to have the Leo full moon in February. Hey, sorry, Leo. It's a thing. Got to do it. But I will see you for that reading very shortly. Bye, Virgo.